Hello and welcome to this new video tutorial of OpenCart kitchen point of sale system. And in today's video tutorial, I'll be taking you through the different options that the admin gets under the kitchen POS system, how the admin would be able to create multiple physical outlets, how he can create the agents and assign the agents to the respective physical outlets there, and how you can assign the products to your outlets. Apart from that, much more is there to be shown. But before we proceed further with this particular plugin, please do subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon to receive the latest updates from our end. And if you find this particular video helpful, then do kindly give it a thumbs up. In the previous videos, we showed you the workflow at the POS terminal for the agent, then the different initial configuration settings. And now today we will be checking out the other end, and for that I'll be logging into the admin backend panel by entering my username and the password. So after the successful installation of this particular plugin, you'll have the point of sale system, as you can see on the side panel here. Tapping that up would bring up the different options under the same, like the POS products, reports, returns, orders. Under users, you'll find the POS users and the POS outlets, and you can also check the supply management section, wherein we have the POS suppliers and the POS supply requests that has been made by the admin there. So we'll just go through each of these options one by one. So the very first one that we'll go through is how to create an outlet. So for that, under users, you have to go to the POS outlets. Now if this is the first time that you're coming to this particular section, this would be empty, and to add a new POS outlet, you can tap here on the add new button at the top. You can edit any of the created POS outlets by tapping on the edit button. You can manage their products by tapping on the manage products button as well. So to add a new outlet, you have to tap here on the add new button that we have, and that would bring up the POS outlet section, wherein we can add a new outlet. To add a new outlet, you have to set up the outlet name, its address, the country, the outlet zone or the state, and you have to set the status of the outlet as enabled or disabled. So let's enter the details here. Let me set it as California. Let me set the address as 32 Jump Street, United States. Let me choose it as California. I'll set it as enabled. So right now we only have the general tab while we are going to save this particular POS outlet. So I'll tap here on the save button and the particular POS would be saved. So here you can see that the California has been saved and it's enabled. Now you can manage the products for this particular outlet by tapping here on the manage products, or you can also tap here on the edit button, and then you'll find one manage products tab. So you can access that up by basically going to this particular option as well by tapping here on the manage products. That would open the same section. Now if you want to assign all of the products that are there within your store to this particular outlet, then you can tap here on the assign all products to this outlet. Otherwise, if you want to assign specific products, you can also filter them out by entering the product name or their model number or their price or the status, whether they are enabled or disabled, and then you can filter out those products. So for example, here we are having the beige ruffle dress, blue dress, and the brownie, and California pizza. And here you can see that the POS status for these is disabled, 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 and the assigned POS quantity is being shown as 0. So to assign this particular one, you can choose it as enabled. That would enable it, and you'll see the status has been changed successfully. Enabled, enabled, enabled. So I've assigned 4 products to this particular POS outlet for the California zone there. And if any of the products are having the unit price there, we can enable the unit price status for each by checking this particular option. And then if you want, you can also assign the POS quantity for each of the products there by entering the number itself, and that would assign the specific POS quantity that you have set here for each of these products. Now these products would be enabled, would be having the unit price there, and the assigned POS quantity for the California POS would be 30, 30, 30, 30 with each of these 4 products. So that's how you can easily create the outlet, and you can manage the products for the outlets. Now coming to the POS users, under this section you can create multiple POS users and you can assign each to a respective warehouse there. Now initially it would be empty, and after you've created, you can find the respective list of users or the agents that you've created for your POS terminals. Now to add a new user, you can tap here on the add new button. You can also edit any of the already created POS agents or the users by tapping here on the edit button. To add a new user, just tap here on the add new button, and that will bring up this particular section to add a new user. So here what you need to do is you need to enter the username. So for example, I'll set it as test user 1. From the drop down we can choose the outlets that we have created. So we just created the California one. We can assign this particular user name to the outlet that's California. Then we can set the first name, last name of the particular POS agent, his email address, his image. We can set up the password for his account. We can confirm the password for his account. So the email address that you've entered here would be receiving the credentials there for the login to the POS terminal itself. Let me enter this, and you have to enable the user as well. So we have created a user by entering the details of the user, and we have assigned an outlet to the user as well from the drop down there. And lastly, you'll have to tap here on the save button to save this particular user. So you can see that the user has been saved. That's the test user 1. It's enabled, and we can also see the data edit there when this particular user was added. If you want, you can edit the particular user by tapping on the edit button there, and if you want to make some changes here, you can also change the outlet for this particular user itself. So that was about the users, and that was about the POS outlets, how to create the outlets, how to create the users, and how to assign the users to the created outlets, and how to manage the products there. Now here you'll find the POS products. Under the POS products, let's go to this particular section that we have, and under that you will be finding all of the products that are there within the store itself. So the complete catalog would be visible here. Under the POS products, you'll find all of the products that you have assigned to the POS, and what you can do is you can generate mass barcodes by tapping here on the mass generate barcodes, and you can also print out the mass barcodes by tapping here on the print barcodes. Otherwise, for example, if you have new product that you have added, if you find that here what you can do is, if you have already added a new product but you have not generated a barcode for that one, that would be visible under this particular list. You can search that particular product by entering the product name and then searching or filtering it out. Then what you can do is you can tap then on this particular button to generate a barcode for that new product, and the barcode would be generated. You can also regenerate a barcode for a product by tapping on the regenerate barcode. So you have to tap that up and the barcode would be generated successfully. To print a barcode for a product, you can tap here on the print barcode button. Then you can set the quantity that you want to print out, then tap on the print button thereafter, and you can see that we have the name as the beige ruffle dress, and we have 1, 2, 3, and 4 barcodes for that, and tapping on the print would print that out using your printer, that whatever printer that you have attached to your system there. So that's how easily you can print the barcodes as well. Now let's go back to the section there, and I just close that out. Let me go to that particular section once again. So that's how you can regenerate a barcode, generate a barcode for a new product, and you can print the barcodes by tapping here on the print, enter the quantity, and then tap on the print to print the respective barcodes for a particular product. And that was about the POS product section. Then comes the POS reports. So let's tap on that. So here you can find the product reports, sales reports, and the sales chart as well. Under the product reports, here you'll find the product name, the outlet name, the model, the quantity for each of the respective outlets for that particular product, the sold number of quantities, the available number of quantities, and the supplier name for each of those outlets as well. that have been assigned from the POS suppliers or the POS supplier section there. Now you can also filter out the product reports according to the what we say as the outlets. So for example, if I go for the New York one, I'll be able to see the New York outlet product reports having the quantity, the sold items, and the available items along with the supplier name. We can also filter these out according to the suppliers by choosing the supplier there. And for example, if I choose Michael Doe, and according to that, the filters would be working up. After the product report, we have the sales report, and under the sales report you can filter out the sales report according to the outlet, the POS user, the customer email, the payment method that was used, or between the dates as well. So you can choose a date from and date to values to generate the sales report there. And you can also choose the order mode as online and offline, and then tapping on the filter button will filter out those sales report. So right now we are checking the outlet, that's the New York one. Then we have the Mumbai. You can filter out according to your requirement there. So for example, if I choose Mumbai outlet, we can find the details of the Mumbai outlet. Or if I choose it as New York one, I can filter it out and we can find the respective details like the outlet name, the customer name, the total, order date, payment mode, order status, and the POS user's name as well, along with the order IDs as well. Apart from that, we also have the sales chart here. So we can choose the sales chart according to the outlet name or the report date according to date wise as well. We can choose that up and we can filter out the sales chart. Here you can find the end of the day report for the same with the first order ID, last order ID, number of orders that have been placed, product sold, total sales value, total returned value, total products returned, total discount value, overall sale, and the total payments in credit from sales. Apart from that, you can see the current month total order by the customers according to customer names there. You can also see the payment done by, whether it's been done by cash, card, credit card. So according to that, graphs would be shown to you, or the pie charts are visible there. And you can also see the monthly total sales value here as required according to the dates as well. So that was about the reports. Then we have the POS returns. So whichever returns have been generated there at the POS terminals, those would be visible here, and from here the admin can edit any of the received returns there. And from here the admin can choose the return action, and he can also check the go to the history, and he can change or he can add the history by setting up the return status as complete, pending, as required, and can tap here on the add history to add the respective history there. So that was about the POS returns, and here's the list of POS return orders. As you can see, with the order ID, the return ID name, number, the customer name, the product, the model, the status of each of the returned orders there, along with the date added and date modified values. You also have the option to filter out the product returns according to the return ID, product name, model, date added, order ID, customer name, the status for the return, and the date modified as well. Then comes the POS orders. So here we'll find the complete list of orders that have been placed through the different multiple POS outlets, and all of them would be visible here, as you can see. And here you'll find the order ID, the transaction ID, the name of the POS user, the customer name, the status, total, date added, date modified. You can view a particular order by tapping here on the view link. You can edit an order by tapping here on the edit link under the actions column. Kindly note that the transaction ID will exist only for the offline orders. So here you can see that these are all online orders and these are offline orders. So that's why the transaction ID has been generated under the transaction ID column here. And to view a particular order, just tap here on the view button, and that would bring up the complete order details that are there. And if you want, you can also edit any order by tapping on the edit link under the actions column, and then you can find the customer details, the products, payments, shipping details, and the totals as well there. and you can navigate between them by tapping the continue button itself. So if I tap here on the continue button, we'll find the products that are there. If you want, you can update the number of products there as required, or you can also add multiple products into that particular order as well if you want to edit that one. So let's cancel that out. So that was about the POS returns and POS orders. I've gone through the users. Now we have the supply management. So here the admin can manage the POS suppliers and can manage the POS supply requests as well in the other option, or the supply management. Under the POS suppliers, here the admin will find the complete list of POS suppliers that he has created. He can edit and he can manage the products for the suppliers there. To add a new supplier, the admin just needs to tap here on the add button, and that will bring up this particular general section wherein you need to enter the supplier's first name, last name, the email address of the supplier, supplier telephone, supplier company, the website of the supplier, and if you have any extra info regarding the supplier, you can enter that up. Now you can assign the supplier multiple outlets as well as required there. You can set up the supplier's address, the supplier city, the zip code, the country, the supplier's zone, and you can enable or disable the particular supplier that you're going to add, and then you can tap here on the save details button after that. So for example, if we go ahead and tap here on the save button, this POS or this supplier would be saved. So here's the Peter Doe that we have just added, and if I want to manage the products, I can tap here on the edit button and then go to the manage products, or I can also do one thing. I can go to the POS suppliers. This is the supplier that I want to manage the products for. I can tap here on the manage products and I'll be navigated to the manage products section, and here you can set up the supply status for each of the products there as enabled or disabled. For this particular supplier, you can set up the minimum quantity, the maximum quantity for each of the products as well as required. So that was about the POS suppliers. Now coming to the POS supply requests. From here we can find the POS supply requests that have been generated, and here you'll find the request ID, the username, the date added, the request status as fulfilled or unfulfilled. For fulfilled, you can view the details as well, the supplier's name and the quantity, the comment, and the status for each. You can approve the status of a particular supply request by tapping here on the thumbs up that you can see by tapping the status. Otherwise, if you can want to view the details, just tap on the view details, and here you can find that this supplier, the product, the quantity, and the comment is provided soon, and the status right now is unfulfilled for the same. So these were the options that we get under the kitchen point of sale system. So that's how easily you can add multiple outlets, users, assign the products to the different outlets, check the POS products, generate the barcodes for those, check the POS reports, returns, orders, set up the POS suppliers, and check the POS supply requests and approve those requests as fulfilled or unfulfilled as required. So that was much about the plugin for today, and I hope that helped you out in understanding the flow of the same. If you still have any questions, queries, suggestions, or requirements, then kindly get back to us at support@webkul.com, or you can raise a ticket at webkul.uvidis.com. Apart from that, if you want to check the complete working of these options as well, you can check the user guide that I have attached within the description of this particular video. And lastly, thanks for watching this particular video, and have a great day ahead.